Great evening, Nigerians. Thank you so much for joining us. Another beautiful evening to talk about things really happen for Nigeria. And I'm very excited to be with you to bring you all the juicy stuffs we don't happen today for Inside the News. And trust me to always bring you load down of all a big download of all the conversations, everything we don't happen for Inside the News. My name is Precious Inye, and it always suits my belly to bring on all of this news. Now, quite a couple of things that happened today. We started the day with protesters storming National Assembly and saying that, Okwayemi Bamidele, you say waiting, say we no go fit transmit results electronically real time because we're never ready for them. But Nigerian Senate don't they ready to receive the money wey be say other countries where they transmit election results electronically they receive abi okay we no go gree we go dey here until una do wetin una suppose do. But that's not all. We also this morning wake up to El Rufai, or El Rufai and his team storming the EFCC headquarters for inside Abuja, where EFCC El Rufai go answer the call for EFCC. All the drama wey happen, we hear say e carry plenty truckload of documents wey happen for your administration to come show EFCC to say, okay, when I want probe me, I be, oh yeah, make una see documents to use probe me. Plus, the way we be say people use gather massively, follow am to use come. As they come massively like that, they can't even tear gas some of his supporters. But that's also not all the things that happened today. Today, now we say US released the names of people where they say the Nigerians where get links with Boko Haram and people who don't commit cyber crime offenses for inside the United States. That one said dey ground. But that's not all the news too, because Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was on the news today. Now a lot of people are saying, oh, she's in trouble again, oh, she's quarreling with people again. No, that wasn't the case. She gets confrontation with somebody because of say they exclude her for inside the middle belt, that is the North Central Development Committee. Say why they go exclude her for that committee when she from North Central as somebody will be Kogi State. So you see, some people just misinterpreted what happened. So all of those just plus, how can I forget? Peter Obi, Peter Obi won't keep us, Peter, the son of Mazi Obi. He said, waiting. He said the reason we make Trump the disrespect us now because of say we get certificate forger in power. Hey, I wouldn't take standing. I wouldn't take that standing or sitting if I were someone else. Who was he referring to? I do not know. But calm down. I will give another lowdown of all of this conversation and more. Welcome to the show. It's always a delight to bring on all the matter them they share for inside the country. I make a go run on through the headlines them of matter them where they grant sharply so that I'm gonna know what's in the happen. Now, Zamfara Councillor distributes charcoal irons to constituents as empowerment gift. I think I was supposed to take this conversation yesterday. Falana Jibrin Ibrahim won US troops in Nigeria, threatening sovereignty, say country can defeat terrorism alone. US, why you won't come help us to come fight terrorism? We not want to now waiting for long they talk him and Jibrin. Say country go fit defeat terrorism alone. With the kind of people where they die, the number of people where they die, now Oga Falana say go fit defeat them alone. Then what happens since these years? Since 2009, now we don't face all these things. Then why we never defeat them since 2009? Why now we foreign troops don't come to train on, they're not even getting into the field. They need to enter field. They're coming to train on, and now you don't talk to me. They come on hand inside. That are questions in Nigeria they ask. Or are you working, for the interest of anyone? These are questions in Nigerians they ask. But that's not part of the news because Nigerian defense headquarters today don't finally agree. Say yes, 100 troops of American military don't enter inside our country as the joint body matter to use help us fight terrorism. Now, Nigerian troops repel terrorists and Bush recover 37 million cash. Other logistics in Northeast. 37 million cash. Christian Association of Nigeria kicks as Niger State plans to introduce Hisba. And just they say they want to introduce Hisba. Christian Association of Nigeria say, excuse me, not be alone at that state. We self will be Christians and we did the state. US-based Nigerian activist writes Tinubu over Ren Omokri's ambassadorial nomination. Demands immediate withdrawal. The activists for US say, please excuse me, come on that man waiting arena on him if you want me your government to move forward. Now, ADC lambast Minister Omahi for giving Tinubu false hope of victory in Southeast 2027. Say, oh, come. Omahi, why you they give Tinubu false hope? They tell us saying we win Southeast. You know, saying no go win. Nigerian Data Protection Commission to probe Temu over alleged breach of privacy. Nigerian police under IGP Gotoku spent 239 million naira on geisha and milk other food items for personnel on operation. Oh, wow. Russian embassy fails to disclose citizen accused of circulating non-consensual intimate videos of Ghanaian women. Why they not go disclose them? Why you need to see those videos? Very heartbreaking. Now, fourth suspect, a mother of Nigerian e-hailing driver in South Africa, surrenders to police. All right, and then terrorists kidnap NSCDC officer in Ekiti. Release video showing victim brutally beaten. The terrorists kidnapped NSCDC officer. They released video where they show him saying they brutally beat him. By the way, today and Monday, and he was sit at home. He was supposed to be sit at home where it be say the Kanu say he don't cancel, he don't wash your hand, come out like Pontius Pilate for everything we get to do with sit at home, so that people no go accuse and say, oh, tomorrow now you they do the sit at home. Meanwhile, as he gets to do with that, solo they don't go steal shops when no gree open. Then commend other traders who comply. Seal shops of people when no gree open. Say on a teaser I go get strength pass me. Well, that drama for people's private businesses, that waiting people to talk. Tempers flares as Senator Natasha protests exclusion from North Central Committee. And then very quickly, let's see what we have here. Oh dear, sincere apologies. Okay, all right. So for other news we ABC we get here very quickly. Okay, so courts don't fix February 24 to hear the suits where they seek to deregister ADC and other three parties. About four political parties, 9 this person carry go courts and make them deregister. Sake of ADC people them they no do it they're supposed to during the registration process and all that. So court say it will hear the matter on February 24th. That is next week Wednesday, next week Tuesday, thereabouts. All right, moving on. Trump called Nigeria disgraced because certificate forger is president. Peter Obi. Trump called Nigeria disgraced because certificate forger is president. Peter Obi. You promised Nigerians steady electricity in 2 years, but you have abandoned the epileptic national grid for solar at Aso Rock. Peter Obi blast Tinubu for failed promises. So why do they promise Nigerians they fail? Meanwhile, an exposed document don't show the chat shows Tinubu's government paying hungry influencers about 30,000 naira to promote his failed government. That's according to what Nigerians put up for social media. Now, Occupy Nigeria, Occupy National Assembly, politicians opposing electoral reform don't deserve peace. Mama P rallies Nigeria. That's Precious Oguche rallies Nigerians against the Akpabio National Assembly. And under incompetent Tinubu, Nigeria battles Bangladesh for the award of worst place to live on earth. Yeah? The one that they write this headline there, the defense headquarters confirms arrival of 100 US military personnel equipment to fight terrorism. Yes, that's it. And let's see. Very quickly, Tinubu Trump called Nigeria disgraced country because certificate forger is president. Peter because that's another headline will be Karen. Meanwhile, Aerofy, EFCC justify use of tear gas on protesters in Abuja office. And in security, Abdul Razak Bago discussed collaboration against terrorism attacks in Kwara State and Niger State. Tinubu comments NSA Nuhu Ribadu for excellent job. Say, who they say they sack you? I know they sack you anyway. They do what anybody always say they sack you now. Fake news. People can carry lies a lot. Tinubu to sack which Nuhu Ribadu. It is fake news. Tinubu has commended Nuhu Ribadu. Say they do an excellent job for inside security. If this now even as insecurity don't they rise. In fact, they don't pull up the roof, they go. You see they rise, they go. That Tinubu don't praise Nuhu Ribadu. Say you do very, very well. You're doing okay. Those people that are dying, maybe they're not just humans. I don't know. It's so sad. Now, terrorists kidnap NSCDC officer in Ekiti. Release video showing victim brutally beaten. Well, all of this and more matter now we're going to look at this evening. And I'd like to bid you warm welcome for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you join us and to put mouth for things really happen for inside our country. But I cannot start today's conversation without starting it from the beginning, and which is to start from the conversation around the protest that will happen today. And let's see if we can just start very quickly with that protest. As activist Precious Oguche aka Mama P, delivered a fiery address to protesters gathered outside the National Assembly today, accusing politicians of blocking electoral reforms and warning that those opposing change do not deserve peace. Now, the demonstration, part of the ongoing Occupying National Assembly movement, centers on demand for mandatory real-time electronic transmission of election results from polling units to the Independent National Electoral Commission IREF portal ahead of the 2027 general election. In fact, one of the things that they talk, they say, they just beg Tinubu, just give us free and fair election. Just give us free and fair. He say you don't do well, Abi. Oh, people they praise you, say your work, they wonderful. Okay, just give us free and fair election. That's all you need to prove waiting if say you don't do. If you don't give us free and fair election, how you go use say you do well like that? Please give Nigerians free and fair election. That are some of the things ABC they asked for. Now, in widely shared video clips from the rally, Mama P confronted the fears she said some leaders harbor despite the extensive control over institutions. So, make I just give you a little tip of the iceberg for inside this conversation, and we say she talk inside that protest. Take a listen.
You have the 30 governors, you have National Assembly, you have the IG of police, you have the military, even the INEC now is a branch of APC. Yes, you are scared of elections. Are you people mad? This is madness. We just want our vote to count. Nigerians, come outside, come and join your voice to us and help these people to allow our votes count. Because good governance is dependent on good leaders. When you elect good leaders, you have good governance. And these bad people like Ababio, do not want us to be able to elect our leaders. Please, Ababio, Abbas baby, Abbas boy, Mrs. Ababio, allow our votes count. We are demanding for real-time transmission of election results. I will keep demanding. So don't ask me you are here today again. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll keep coming. Nigeria is ours. Democracy is ours to save.
Thank you very much. So you have spoken to Akpabio. What do you want to tell the Senate directly? What do you want to say?
Senate! Shame on all of you. Shame on the Nigerian Senate. Shame on the 10th Assembly. You have become a feeble of Akpabio. Feeble of Akpabio. Akpabio is giving me
All right, so that's about some of the things we say happen for inside that protest earlier today. And of course, you see a lot of people they talk, and Aisha Yusufu was there, and also quite a couple of other people were there. And you know, they said they need a back down, that they will keep protesting. They will keep protesting until the National Assembly do the right thing. Said they're not they go anywhere. Every day they will come out there, they will protest till the National Assembly do the right thing. How can the National Assembly say that Nigeria is not right, just like within the Senate Majority Leader, that Nigeria is not right for direct, real-time electronic transmission of results? Oh, Nigeria not they right for that one, Abi. But Nigeria they right for us to do other things. Nigeria they right for us, for our National Assembly to be about one of the most paid in the world. Nigeria did right, not just for them to be most paid, but in terms of allowances. The allowances where senators in Nigeria they collect, United States of American senators no see and collect. They no see and collect. They need to collect. They don't get cars allocated to them. They don't get drivers. They don't get newspaper allowance. They don't get dressing allowance, wardrobe. They don't get chair. They don't get all those allowance where we say our senators get. Why do we have all of these things? Why do we have all of these things? And yet, you won't collect the benefit of waiting people where they give their people better democracy they collect. But you no one give us waiting the BC people they give their people. That's the question where BC people they ask. And people they say, are you sure you're even deserving, you know, to be there with us and to do all the things that BC is supposed to for us? That's not waiting the BC people they ask. So you can see people protesting and saying that they've had enough. Enough, we don't do, make it visit the National Assembly, do the right thing by passing the e-transmission, direct in real-time transmission of the election result. But do we see the National Assembly doing this? That no matter for another day, because we know they shall say they go down. This one they don't already give excuses, say, oh, you know, go happen like this, you know, go happen like that. Well, just to go straight to the point again. So the Oga El Rufai today honored the invitation of you know, EFCC for inside the one we said they invite him. But when he went to the mammoth crowd follow him go. In fact, the crowd they so plenty that EFCC get to tear gas some of them to use commerce. In fact, the EFCC now they even stand firm on their words. They didn't do what to tear gas the people them. So we tear gas people, and so what? That it was good for them that they had tear gas people because that the thing for turned chaotic to say if we say they don't disperse the crowd. And if you see the kind of crowd, you see that thing I was talking about the other day, how people support their people irrespective. How Nigerians support their people irrespective, and that was exactly part of what played out today as EFCC to defend their decision for ensuring say they support they use tear gas disperse people if we say come protest or come join abuzz. So that's it. So EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC says it forcefully dispersed supporters and protesters at its headquarters in Abuja today, Monday, with tear gas after their refusal to leave the venue following the arrival of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai. Now, supporters had accompanied Mr. El-Rufai who honored the EFCC's invitation over alleged mismanagement of public funds during his 8-year tenure as Kaduna State Governor. So, you know, why I'm laughing is because it's so funny. So, because he's no longer with APC, all of a sudden, and I don't remember in corruption. At the time he was nominated as a senator, did you guys remember he was corrupt? Did you remember he ate money that was not supposed, he's not entitled to? Did you remember all that? So all of a sudden now, because in the opposition and in the talk and vehemently say in the poised to seeing this administration leave, all of a sudden, and I don't remember say get crime when commit to supposed answer to. So where was this crime all along? This crime we in commit, where this crime they all along. And excuse me, not only be the person who say gets don't do one thing or chop one or two money. We have other past governors. I mean, people of River State could as well tell you that the flyovers so if we say we keep you, we build them to use chop money. Why are not you probe that one? Why are not you probe the kind of humongous amount where they allocated, where they put for most of those projects? Why are not put inside that one? The one I don't even mention with an amount, waiting being named Yahaya Bello. Why Ibis all of a sudden I seen a court hand the day after swearing and vowing that when I no go no peace and I no go get any moral justification to torchlight another person if when I no do the work. How about that? So Yahaya Bello all of a sudden is no longer corrupt until the court proves him guilty, otherwise. Why? And apart from that, we have some people who are top men of this administration who have once upon a time faced some accusations from the same EFCC. We have even the Senate President Godswill Akpabio in case file being before the EFCC. What happened? Now immediately begin affiliate to the APC. Now people talk. So now since then, now you say it can't be like say they can't downplay on the crime, including what did they call him? Former Abia State Governor Oga Ojo Okano. So why it be like saying that those who be say opposed to now right now, none of they remember say, they had once committed a crime. Well, let me go and show you all the drama that played out today during that incident, how they arrived and the drama that played out. Take a listen.
Shot someone inside the car. They are shooting someone inside the car. Look at them. Look at this. Look at them. Look at it. Let's go to Natiagas. My God! My God! My God! Express our own feelings. They cannot be harassing us just because we are.
Not behave like this. They carry anyone give you when you don't go school.
Sorry, Are you representing the heart? I would like to be protected. Thank you. Thank you very much. Of Northwest to support Malam Nasir El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State. Unfortunately, EFCC denied them access. They blocked all supporters that came here to support Malam Nasir El-Rufai, to tell the world that what the EFCC and the government officials are doing is not right. To tell the whole world that the EFCC, the DSS had become politicians.
They are protecting any interest of the government, not the masses of Nigeria. Yes. Meanwhile, over 3,000 people came here to show their concern of what is happening. Yes. But they deny them access. Yes. Unfortunately, because they are politicians, EFCC party of Nigeria, they allowed some thugs that were sent by Ubasani, the governor of Kaduna State, to come and make nonsense here. They allow them access, but they deny the people of Nigeria, the masses that sponsor themselves. Each and every 3,000, I said, they sponsor themselves to Abuja. That is true, sir. Excellent. Mr. Malam Nasir El-Rufai did not even aware or even know that people of that number are coming. Everybody sponsors himself. But I'm surprised that the EFCC denied them access, but they allowed the thugs. Malam Ubasani sent from Kaduna to gain access to come and talk rubbish here. If you look at what is happening, I'm from Kaduna State. During Malam Nasir El-Rufai in Kaduna, anywhere you turn your head, anywhere you go, any local government, you see a thumbprint of Malam Nasir El-Rufai, the work he has done. This present governor, I summoned more than 50 people to show me anywhere this governor has done 5 billion naira project.
EFCC is a federal government agency. It does not belong to the Renewed Hope cult. My name is Loretta Onochie, and what is going on here is a national disgrace. It's an agency of government working as if they have been paid to protect the interests of one man in this nation. Today, with my own eyes, I have seen tyranny. Today, with my eyes, I have seen intimidation. Today, with my eyes, I have seen an agency that has fallen from grace to grass, and that is the EFCC. And I'm ashamed because I am an ambassador of EFCC 3 times over, given to me by past EFCC chairmen. I am ashamed of what is going on here. How of Kaduna State, how they have been mobilized, impoverished Nigerians, impoverished people of Kaduna State, mobilized by the same government that impoverished them. It is nothing but Stockholm syndrome. That's what these young people are suffering from. They brought them here to stand against the governor that gave them life, to stand against their former governor that taught them integrity, to stand against their former governor that fed them, their former governor that gave them roads, their former governor that gave them schools, their former governor that put food on their tables. That's what the government of Kaduna, in collaboration with the Tinubu government, in collaboration with the EFCC, that's what they have shown us today. EFCC is a federal government agency. It does not belong to the Renewed Hope cult. Yes. It does not belong to the Renewed Hope cult. Yes. It does not belong to the Renewed Hope cult. Yes. It is an agency that was set up to help us in graft prosecution and in anything that is related to financial crime. We are not saying don't invite El-Rufai. We are not saying don't do your job, but we want due process to be followed. Yes. What have you found on him? Tell us, let us know, like you are telling others. But it is not when somebody says, I will not join APC. I will not join the Renewed Hope cult. If you try and there's no more way you can drag that person in, the person is courageous, the person is brave, and the person says, no, I will not join your cult. Then you get EFCC, you get ICPC, you get DSS.
So, people, they ask this question. I'd love to also ask, where did the law disappear from inside within the APC? I mean, Buhari was the very first president the APC ever had. Did we see this kind of implosion within the PDP, apart from after when Jonathan insisted he was going to run, that drove the Northerners mad and they went crazy and they insisted that no, the South don't live for too long and no go get another Southern leaders again. Did we see this kind of disunity? Because only just one tenure, okay, completion of 2 tenures, and we don't see this kind of implosion from inside the APC. A situation where all the people we follow will be get almost everybody will be get position during President Muhammadu Buhari, apart from those will be allies of President Tinubu. They don't come out hand from inside APC already. In fact, those will be allies. Separate Boshola was his ally. And right now, it also come on hand from inside APC. What is going on with the APC? How come they're not able to put themselves together? These were people who worked for Buhari under the same APC. So it's like APC insulting APC and saying that APC is no longer a good party. But you all were in that party together. What's going on? How did this love disappear like this within the APC? Well, because I don't want to take so much time, because I know I'll be opening the phone lines and I have a lot of things to talk about. Let's just go straight to other questions. So the Anambra State Governor, Oga Charles Soludo, has again sealed shops belonging to traders in markets around Onitsha and its environs for failing to open today, Monday. Now, it was gathered that most of the sealed shops were at the building materials market, Ugidi, where traders did not open for business today, Monday. Now, the state government, however, commended many traders who came to the market that day, especially those at the electrical parts dealers market, Ubusi. So the special advisor to the governor on markets, Tërrørīst Oba, undertook a routine monitoring exercise to assess the level of compliance within the state government's directive for markets to open on Mondays. So during the tour, Oba reported that a substantial number of shops in the electrical parts dealers market, Ubusi, were open for business on Monday, marking a notable departure from the prolonged weekly lockdowns that has happened. So some people can also talk, say, I bet if Nnamdi Kanu don't talk, say, come more hand from inside this sit at home, why not just come and do your business? While others they talk, say, no, you do not have the right to tell people when and how to run their business. It's within their prerogative. They have a choice to. The government did not give them the facilities to do their business for free. It is not ranching that government wants to do for free. No, they are paying for it. So they should have the right to determine when they want to run business or not. Now, some of those people, their shops only sealed. How about if they were really very critically ill and were unable to come and open their shops, and you locked their shops up because they were ill and were unable to come and open their shops? How do we explain that? Let's go quickly to the drama that played out today with Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan as tension fled in the Senate Committee on the North Central Development Commission after Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, PDP Kogi Central, staged a protest over being excluded from the committee's activities. So she's a member of the committee, but they did do something a lot greater her. So Akpoti-Uduaghan protested over what she described as a persistent curtailment of her legislative rights and privileges in the 10th Assembly. So it be like say they deliberately undermine her personal rights and the rights of her constituents, and now the 10th Assembly they done. So her protest, part of which was captured on video, was sequel to her alleged omission from the membership of the Senate Committee on the NCDC, which held a meeting in the Senate today, Monday. So Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan reportedly arrived at the committee meeting fully prepared to engage in proceedings, only to discover that she was not listed among those officially invited to the event. And she was like, hello, North Central Development Commission. My name is Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. I am from Kogi State. I represent Kogi Central. And Kogi State is a North Central state. So why the heck is my name not on this list? So when she noticed that she assumed was a possible oversight, she sought to consult the committee clerk to determine the true state of affairs. Secretariat staff informed the senator, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, that the clerk was in the office of the committee chairman, Titus Tatange Zam of Benue State. She proceeded to her colleague's office, that's Senator Zam's office, to get an explanation. Now, Akpoti-Uduaghan went to the office in the company of some of her aides. Upon arrival, an altercation ensued between some of her staff and that of the committee chairman, as contained in the video recording that went viral. So thereafter, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan said she got in touch with the committee chairman. She indicated his actions were based on instructions. The committee chairman rather indicated that his actions were based on instructions from higher authorities without providing further details. In case you don't understand, that is to say that the committee chairman of the North Central Development Commission talk say the reason we're making promote Natasha name from people we suppose they the North Central Development Commission, even though say she get the right to do that because that her region, say the order come from above, may they not put her name for the commission. So that's why. But he refused to give explanation what above and what she did to merit such. So thereafter, Senator Kotu said she got in touch with the committee chairman. Yeah, all right. So she described the incident as part of a recurring pattern of marginalization, stressing that all senators are constitutionally equal in status, authority, and mandate. So why Ibisi can't undermine me against others? Now, the federal lawmaker queried the procedural and constitutional justification for excluding her name from a committee whose work directly affects her region in the North Central geopolitical zone. This committee work they affect my region because I'm from North Central, and you exclude my name from inside. Now, speaking about altercation, Udwan alleged that tensions escalated when aides attached to the committee chairman confronted her media team. Now, she explained that approximately 6 aides, including the chairman's secretary, seized her cinematographer's phone and engaged in verbal hostility, a development she described as unacceptable. So the senator reaffirmed her commitment to fairness and institutional integrity, while insisting that her demands were rooted in respect for the electoral mandate entrusted to her by the people of Kogi Central. I don't care whether I like me or not like me, and I not get to like me, but I must give me the right to represent my people well. Now, she pledged to continue to advocate for equitable treatment whenever legislative rights are done. So, in fact, she even has given a statement on in a statement that she released, a public statement. She was conspicuously, she said she was conspicuously secluded from the Senate committee meeting of the North Central Development Commission, where the lawmakers were to interface with Commission and deliberate on its 2026 budget, which will affect our constituents too. So, make I quickly go play that altercation or that drama we happen. Different clips of the drama we happen. Make on and go watch them. And so, what I do not find funny is the fact that I don't want to call this mischief, but I find out that some media houses already put it out, the information out. Natasha again quarrels her colleagues. Again, Natasha faces altercation, or it can't be like saying her character to be always quarrel with people. And it's very unfair when people are misrepresented. Very, very unfair. I don't know if this is deliberately done because those who are fighting her have upper hands. So now waiting make the do. So they use the media immediately. And if I were Natasha, I would sue all those media people. We tag that thing like that. Oh, Natasha again in another altercation with her fellow senators. Oh, Natasha again, like it's all about her, madam. Why are you always quarreling, madam? Why? Without finding out the root of the issue. And meanwhile, the person when they say the quarrel, in that video, she was just sitting on her own. And actually, her staff then they get the altercation, just like she said. Even though her voice was heard, where she was saying that I cannot take this marginalization, this is unfair. She was saying it, but she was never in a physical, this thing with any of that. Well, let me play a bit of what happened to you.
I have your mate for my house.
There is no problem. However it escalates, I'm ready. However it escalates, I'm ready.
Wait now. Where's the phone?
Let's go, Chris, now.
one is talking to you.
I'm simply going live on my social media. No, that's birthday. No, there is. I want to call now. I'm going to go live. Don't you question?
What do you say?
No problem. No, I'm not on the chair. Baba, slap somebody in my life. Who on you? No, just
fight.
Look at that. This is the first time.
Hello?
Let him give you your phone. No, you can't tell me what.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You fight. Yes, and you will be a priest. How can I have your
You know that one.
Wow. So the drama was really crazy. I'm sure I cannot play all of it to the end, but that now waiting ABC happened. I just needed to also state the right thing that happened and a statement from her so that we stop the rumors of saying, oh, she's confronting people again, oh, she's in another altercation, oh, she's like that. Oh, please, can we just stop all of this? Now let's move straight to one of our core conversation for today. As the United States of America government, don't United States government don't freeze the assets and properties of 8 Nigerians who they're accused of having links to the extremist groups Boko Haram and ISIS, and including those also where also conduct cybercrime. Now, the action was detailed in a 3,000-page document dated February 10 and released by the U.S. Department of Treasury Office of Foreign Assets Control. So the publication titled Specially Designated Nationals, Designated Nationals and Blocked Persons List, outlines individuals and entities whose assets have been blocked under the U.S. counterterrorism and cybercrime sanctions regimes. So I needed us to understand the process really to this. Now, according to OFAC, the list serves as formal notice of sanctions actions, warning that all property and interests in property of designated persons within U.S. jurisdiction are blocked, and the American citizens and institutions are generally prohibited from engaging in transactions with them. So anything will be property you get, we don't block them. And if it be anybody with American citizen, we don't wash our hands, make me not get to do any business or talk to them or communicate with them. Now, among the Nigerians listed is Salih Yusuf Adamu, also known as Salih Yusuf, born August 23. He was born August 23, 1990. He was previously convicted in the United Arab Emirates in 2022, alongside 5 others for setting up a Boko Haram cell in Dubai to raise funds for insurgents in Nigeria. Now, the group was found guilty of attempting to channel, I think, $786,000 to Nigeria. So, in case you don't understand, this Salih Yusuf Adamu is one of those where be said they don't seize in assets, and the person where be said the first place where be said commit this offense now inside the United States, United Arab Emirates, where be said they don't hold them for 2022. When they talk say it been a create small cell of Boko Haram, and if they gather money we go use send to Boko Haram to use continued operations. About $782,000 there where they want send to Nigeria. Now the other person I think Babestan Oluwole Ademulero. He was born on March 4, 1953, was also designated under terrorism sanctions. He appeared under multiple aliases, including Wale A. Babastain and Olatunde Iriwole Shofeso. That means he get different names. Maybe say the answer. Does it sound familiar? Okay. Now, also sanctioned is Abu Abdullahi Ibu Umar. Abdul Abdullahi ibn Umar al-Barnawi, also known as Ba Idrisa, reportedly born between 1989 and 1994 in Maiduguri. That's when make US don't know your exact date of birth. It's serious where now Borno State was where he was born. He was flagged under terrorism-related measures too. Now Abdul Musad al-Barnawi, also known as Habib Yusuf, and identified as a senior Boko Haram leader, was listed with varying birth years between 1990 and 1995. Now, Khaled al-Banawi, whose name appeared twice in the document, was born in 1976 in Maiduguri. He was listed under several aliases, including Abu Hafsat and Muhammad Usman, and linked to Boko Haram activities. Now, Ibrahim Ali al-Hassan, born January 31, 1981, and reportedly resident in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, was also sanctioned and for alleged ties to Boko Haram. Now, Abu Bakr ibn Muhammad ibn Ali Mainuka, also known as Abu Bilal al-Minuki, born in 1982 in Mainok, Borno State, and was identified as having connections with ICO. Now, in a separate designation, Nnamdi Osun Benson, born March 21, 1987, was listed under cyber-related sanctions, not terrorism. The sanctions were issued pursuant to executive order which targets individuals and entities involved in terrorism and its financing under the order, and assets belonging to the designated individuals that fall within U.S. jurisdiction have been frozen. So anything concerning their assets within U.S. jurisdiction, they don't freeze them. Now, another thing, they say the U.S. is likely to also speak to their counterparts in Europe to also seize any assets we get to do with these people for those places, because they also stated that they work hand in hand with these people to make sure that this, met out the punishment they want. Now, the development comes amid renewed scrutiny of Nigeria's human rights recovered in Washington. So, U.S. lawmakers recently recommended visa bans and asset freezes against Kano governors, against Kano State Governor Rabi, former Governor State Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. And they also said they were going to designate Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Miyetti Allah Cattle Horrors Association, and Fulani Group for alleged religious freedom violations. So in October 2025, of course, we know that U.S. President had announced Nigeria as a country of particular concern. So this is not part of the issue. Meanwhile, some of these people then don't react to the incident again, because we get a situation, first of all, kudos and big ups to our security agencies as they don't neutralize the notorious bandits they call Kachala Kabiru. So they don't neutralize them for Kogi State, and then they neutralize them. So now in all of this, we see they happen now. Instead of perhaps the Islamic Council to look, in fact, before I even talk about the Islamic Council, I think it's only very fair and natural for me even to look at within Ibise, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders or Cattle Horrors. They talk about the incident because they too don't react concerning the matter. So, first off, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, has issued a rebuttal against attempts to link the influential pastoralist group with terrorism. In case you don't understand, they don't come out content. US, you do not have the right to link us with terrorism. We don't have anything to do with terrorism. You don't have such right to link us with terrorism. That now we say they talk now. In a communique made available to newsmen today, MACBAN National President Baba Othman Ngel Zarma expressed grave concern over the incident, the Nigerian Religious Freedom and Accountability Act of 2026, where we say the U.S. lawmakers then they put together, currently being deliberated, by the way, by the U.S. lawmakers. So the group accused shadowy forces of feeding the international community with false and injurious narrative that seek to paint the association as a terrorist entity. In case you don't understand, make a break and down. They say a very bad belly people where their plan get as a day. Koni people. Say that them go they tell international community, say them Miyetti Allah them be terrorist. Say not be said them be. Now, quoting excerpts from that their rebuttal, they said, while we acknowledge the sovereign right of the United States to deliberate on matters relating to religious freedom and human rights, we are deeply concerned that emerging narratives surrounding the bill have increasingly sought to associate MACBAN, a lawful Nigerian association, with terrorism and mass atrocities. Now, we categorically reject such insinuations as false, unfounded, and injurious to the integrity of duly registered national association. They said, right now, the group, which traces its roots, I think, so far back as 1986, insisted that its members, who are responsible for producing the bulk of Nigeria's animal protein, have been the primary victims of the banditry and terrorism plaguing the nation's hinterlands. That is to say that, them be actually the victims, say them they kill. So not be then they kill people. It shock you. Don't be shocked. So MACBAN told newsmen that despite being hounded by negative press, its leaders are being killed with impunity by criminal gangs. In fact, they said quite a lot of stuff. I cannot read all that they have said. But the Nigerians have a few questions for MACBAN. Nigerians they talk say, dear MACBAN, we agree for what you talk. I mean, we should not, a lawful and duly registered association should not have anything to do with terrorism. And it's not fair when people are accused wrongly for what they are not doing. But on your own part, Have you people, or have you not for once upon a time taken responsibility for killings, especially in Benue State, under former governor Otom, Samuel Otom? When it be say impasse anti-grazing bills, when it be say some members of your association, either the cattle, I think it's the cattle horrors now, saying that, oh, that in fact, even when the killings happen, they say more may happen if you don't repeal the law or repel the law. So, what did you do to your people who came out and gave those orders? And then let's even leave that aside. How do you explain a situation? I mean, we know on a say only on a 9 day, okay, everybody will be say they carry malu they work for this country. Suppose they either of the associations, either cattle breeders or cattle owners, right? So when people carry their cattle will be a business where they move to people's farms where they stationary, and people they talk say your cattle they destroy my crop where I spend money, perhaps borrow money to use plant, and the next thing we hear is killing of those individuals. What do you call that? The Benue State and Plateau State, where we say most of these killings don't happen. Please tell me, are those Muslim communities now na kill those killings, or the Christian communities? So what are you saying? So are you in your mind the thing that the United States don't do their due diligence? I mean, you were here on a day here for this show the other day where Alex talked to us. They tell us how not be all Fulanis they conduct the killings, but that the people where they kill Christians for Nigeria are mostly Fulanis. And then he did say something that these Fulani people don't kill more Christians, and more people indeed pass Boko Haram, Lukarawa, and ISIS, ISWAP joined together. Why? Because of the number of people who basically you go to a community, you should see what happened in Yelawata, for instance. They accuse them to be you guys. What did you do about it? How many times have those attacks happened and you come out to say, no, no, be our members, be these people, oh, where they come out, come they attack people, oh. We disassociate ourselves from people who go to people's villages and clear them. We disassociate ourselves from people who go to people's farms and destroy their crops. Why are you not doing that? That's the question when Nigerians they ask them. So when it reach time, when it be say people they hold them accountable for which is some of the people where they go under on a membership they do. I mean, was it not members of your group? President, in fact, top members of your group, for instance, was it Kogi or Kwara State the other day, that they caught and that agreed that they have association with bandits and agreed to kidnapping? Members of Niyeti Allah. Was it not your members? Immediately then, why did you not say something about it? Oh, the US, so all everything well, I just want to do now. Make these killings they happen low key. Make nobody talk anything. Make it just they happen. Make people just they die. Make on they achieve on a purpose. That's just all. It's unfair. We're talking about human lives. We're talking about real human beings, not be fake ones. And just to also mention very quickly, other groups have also reacted. So the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs has accused secessionist elements. He's saying that secessionists, them, those elements who want to separate from Nigeria, and bigoted religious leaders, all those leaders, the way they bigoted, saying that then they spin the yarn of alleged Christian genocide, because there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. No Christian they die anywhere. So in a statement that was released Sunday, the Supreme Islamic body in the country pointed out that the alleged Christian genocide narratives were skewed to gain imperial powers. If this statement is not provocative, I don't know what is provocative. Again, how many times this group don't come out, can't deny any involvement, can't talk, say, oh, these people where they do Allah Akbar to kill people, they no be Muslims like us. How many times have you denied them? But we saw what happened in the Urumi attack, how you guys were very quick to come out and, talk about it, and almost practically forced the governor to come out and apologize, and run state to Kano State to apologize. But this one, since all of these attacks, I mean, see what happened for inside Kwara State the other day. Did we see the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs come to say that no, those people are not going in the name of our religion? Why? Now, the quoting that they say Muslims have found themselves in the vortex of heightened Islamophobic hysteria that seeks to criminalize Muslims through spinning narratives that are inconsistent with the reality of insecurity in Nigeria. The agenda of the secessionist elements. So they're blaming basically Igbo people now, maybe our Yoruba nation people who want to separate, saying that the secessionists then are then Kosa, and then bigoted leaders. So Ezekiel Dachomo and then the Bishop of Benue State will go US, go report. Those ones then those Christian religious leaders, they begotten elements. So they said the secessionist elements and begotten leaders is to turn Nigeria. The agenda of the secessionist elements and begotten leaders is to turn Nigeria to a war theater where Muslims would be annihilated in millions through the spurious Christians genocide that was manipulated to gain the attention of imperial powers. That's what they talk. So say they manipulate the thing about Christian genocide and not see Christians, they really died. You see, there are some things you hear and it looks like it's very provocative. Citing the massacre, they cite the massacre of over 200 people in Kwara. The Islamic Council stated that in this, so in this thing, why did the people not also state that Christians died in Kwara State? It wasn't only Muslims, an entire church was burnt with people in it. What did people not name that? Even the people of Kwara till today are saying that they are yet to ascertain the number of people who died inside the church. On anonymous. Oh, so they cite the case for inside Kwara State where they say over 200 people in Kwara. The Islamic Council stated that in the precedented anti-Islamic obsession, Muslims are being asked to denounce what they did not endorse, while those who have been victims of attacks were framed as aggressors. Muslims, so they said quite a lot of stuff. I just want you guys to know this, and whatever you make of it, okay. Message in the kill messenger. Just say make a quickly pass the message across to them. I'm not gonna understand things that happen for inside Nigeria. Now talking about all these messages and all that. Oh, by the way, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't hail Oga Nuhu Ribadu. Say, Nuhu Ribadu is too good. It's too good. You know, say the federal government will not accuse RFI, say, he just want to scatter President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration and we to make it a lie. So now be saying Nuhu Ribadu bring import any poison. You know, import any poison. You know, do anything. Say not just people will just won't click. Spoiling name anyhow. So they won't spoil President Bola Ahmed Tinubu name. But let's quickly take a listen to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu praising Nuhu Ribadu today in Adamawa State.
With you, we will defeat the bandits and terrorists. You are a good national security advisor. Honest, bold, courageous, and committed to the job. I believe the state of Adamawa is strongly proud of you, because I am too.
All right, so you heard that as we say, the president who's hail Oga Nuhu Ribadu. Now people say now this person now in this Nigerian say he won't waiting. He won't sack which Nuhu Ribadu, which way? Nothing will make and sack him. Even with this kind of video where terrorists they brandish AK-47, they talk, they speak, they talk about Siana. Terrorists brandish AK, different kind of AK-47 they do. Maybe now I'm going to take it from you. Can you take it?
Allah ma iko. Kun ga baki da baki. Allah mai iko. Kawai kuna ma kamar cikin gari kuke kai ko? Duk masu makaman ne nan. Ka duba ga sun damu daki da fankokin su. Hai. Allah wahi. Masha Allah, Allah mun gode maka. Allah mun gode. Ga gida nan ka gani iya ganin ka dan uwa. Umma fata alkhairi, umma sada dai dure da kaji duk daidai. Ga sunan dai. Kai, Allah wai, Allah kenan. Ga kontina. Ga rasha ga kaji manya.
Hi God. So under our NSA, these rounds of ammunition, this thing just there, and our president, the hell I'm saying, don't do so well. So for this kind of thing, they are brandishing all this in our forest for inside Nigeria right now. They brandish this, and this is okay. Oh, by the way, Nuhu Ribadu also spoke. Let me quickly let you know.
Called Tinubu gangs. Hundreds of bandits are killed today, every day. Tinubu gangs. You move everywhere in our own country today, free of fear. Tinubu gangs. Things are changing. These so-called Lakura or whatever you call them, they are making a mistake. Nobody ever dares Tinubu and win. Nobody.
So yeah, okay, I think you know when this video was made. Make I just leave them there. So so these are part of the things that basically people talk about. People are going to say now. I mean, are you guys living in your own world, or when I just do all these ones to just commode the mind of the people for waiting they happen for inside Nigeria? Because what in the name of conversation is this? While others are saying that matter we get to do with Nuhu Ribadu and Erufai will be settled. They're brothers. They're both Fulani men, so they will be all right. They know what they're doing. Anyway, with their love lost, they will pick them up again, continue. So by the way, after the thorough grilling today, they're not retold Erufai. They release and make a come and see them now. You don't come out today.
Inshallah.
All right, so that's it. So for those of you that may be thinking that, oh, Erufai may be held for long, oh, this, that one, you won't forget about it. He's out, and of course, he may continue from where he stopped, because he talks say more than ever, indeed determined to see Tinubu out of office. He no get a stick bill. Say he don't prepare in mind. He no get a stick bill. Say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must leave government. He no get a stick bill. Now, before we go straight to Peter Obi and all political matters, as it gets to do with this insecurity too, we don't get a situation where this Asari Dokubo don't talk. And some people are like, okay, so we should ignore what Asari Dokubo said, because I had to put a call through to River State, and I found out that it wasn't really true, the things that he said. But let's take a listen to him and what he said so that you know, because he was almost accusing the Igbo people of causing some sort of tension in River State. You did know that I think Benue trader and Hausa trader get an issue for inside oil markets, fruit markets during the weekend, where I bring the conversation to now. Well, here's what Asari Dokubo had to say, and I'll let you in on my findings from River State, because I did put a call across to a few people in River State, and none of them, consent to waiting in Toxina true in any way. Take a listen to him first of all.
IPOB supporters have invaded River State, and on our soil had killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners. Muslim Northerners for a crime committed by a Christian. Mosques 6 were vandalized. One mosque was burnt down, and totally vandalized. When I heard the information yesterday about Muslim being attacked, in fact, it was a Christian relation living at Obibo that called me that oil mill is an old area, Northerners and others were fighting because an Aboki killed a Christian. And immediately I reached out to members of the Northern community. Immediately, I started making calls. And most of them were unaware of what was happening. In fact, I don't want to mention their name, but one of them told me that the person is lying. There is no such incident. And immediately, I said, look, try to find out. And immediately swung to action. And he later called me that indeed there was a riot going on and Northerners are being attacked. And he was in a position as the leader, one of the leaders of the northern community, to immediately do something about it. So I urged him to immediately do something about it. I called some security officers immediately to alert them, which they told me they already know, and they are trying to put mechanism in place to stop what was happening. Finally, in the night, because my phone kept ringing and we kept talking. Finally, in the night, I got one of the northern leaders, one of the Arewa leaders, who told me that two Christians fought. One from Benue, a Tifi man, and the other one from Adamawa. The one from Adamawa, two Christians. The one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. Immediately, the Igbos around took it over and started a Aboki must go protest. Destroyed all the shops owned mostly by northern Muslims. I don't think there was any Christian shop that was destroyed. And attack mosque, vandalize the Oyemi mosque, attack the one mosque, and it is feared that people must have been captured and had been killed. Two Christians fought. One Christian stabbed another Christian to death. Because they are from the north, immediately it became a fight by Igbos element. When we will react, they should not turn our state to battlefield. If they want to fight their war, they should go to their own state. We will not allow it in our own state. Because when we will react, we will do that. Why? By that time they will run. You can run anywhere. You can't turn our state to battleground to fight your ethnic war, to fight your religious war. River State cannot be converted to a battleground. We are warning you now, because we will not take it from you. We are warning you, we will not take it from you. Enough is enough. It is not Rivers people that reacted. The Arewa Consultative Forum in the north, in Rivers State, had issued a statement, had come out openly that the two people involved in the fight were northerners of the Christian faith. And the one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. So how does it concern Muslims? How does it concern us? When they were attacking the Muslim, do they distinguish between Yoruba Muslim, Ijaw Muslim? Every Muslim was attacked. Just because we say la ilaha illallah, we are Muslims. We were attacked in our own space, in our own state, by strangers on our land. For crimes we did not commit. Turning our state into battlefield. Hey, they ate us. Who is hating the Igbo? What do they have that they are hating us? Did they produce an Otedola or a Dangote?
All right, so I just thought to stop that there. But that incident, or the account that the Igbos, at least from my findings so far, attacked the Muslims, Muslim northerners in River State, it's not true. I had asked like a couple of persons. In fact, I almost would call across to the Commissioner of Police in the state to ascertain that. But from what I get, it was just a reaction from, you know how people dey for inside market, and not be only go people dey for market for inside River State. So you have a mixture of people inside the market in River State who immediately reacted upon noticing that because immediately he stabbed the guy, they tried to rush him to the hospital, but he was dead. You understand? And of course, normally tempers go flare up, and a lot of people just joined to, you know, do what they did. It didn't have anything to do with specifically Igbo people. And Twasari Dokubo, it's really unfortunate. I know that you're defending your religion. If I were you, I'll defend my religion too. But this doesn't have anything to do with Igbo people specifically. And it's unfair for the kind of thing you're saying about the Igbos, for something that does not have anything to do with them. I just thought to bring that to the fore very quickly, because it is very painful when people they are accused for things we be say they no do, or when they no get anything to do with. All right, so let's move on to other issues, because plenty of things they will be so supposed to touch light today. But did I also tell you guys very quickly that the Federal High Court in Abuja has slated February 24 to commence hearing of a suit that seeks to compel INEC to deregister ADC and three other parties, including Accord parties. So many of them deregister them. Say the process where some of them use register no they complete. Other political parties, I think Accord Party, Zenith Labour Party, and Action Alliance Party, AC. So the suit, which was brought before the court by the incorporated trustees of the National Forum of Former Legislators, alleged that the listed political parties were in a breach of the Constitution following their failures to meet minimum electoral performance threshold described as prescribed by law. So say they never even meet minimum threshold at all. So say this one not lie. So it made them register them. So but people don't look and say, wait. These former legislatures, this now wait one way now we busy the one use old and now. But they go say, oh, and I don't breach the law. Oh, on a party, yeah, me could register now. People don't look and say, hey, I hope say monkey had no for inside this okra soup. If you say what they say like this. Oh, by the way, I told you guys yesterday that Wiki had said that his duty is to make sure that anybody that will not support Tinubu in 2027 election will never win the Abuja municipal whatever election that is holding, Abuja council elections when they come up. Say the person say the only people who will win are people who be say they support Tinubu. I tell you that, Abi. And I also tell you the threat where be say an APC candidate post for inside the way he posts it threaten other what do they call them, other candidates, Abi. I told you that, but let's take a listen to what Wiki had to say.
I told Professor Diodon to allow me to speak, because I'm worried out we have an election on 21st of this February. So I have the duty to make sure anybody supporting President Tinubu wins the election. And I won't apologize to anybody. I say so. If you're not supporting Mr. President, I will not allow you to win. So many people have spoken about Sunday scholar. I've never been a scholar.
All right, so you hear what he said. Say in duty, say election they come up, and in duty now to make sure say he will block anybody when will support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win, so that person will also win, and say no owe anybody an explanation. Say without apologies to anybody. Make I show you the threats where you say they are coming.
Now we don't need to waste much time here, because the people of Mabushi are already set to vote for APC. Vote for Vodabo and then Maikalangu for second tenure. You have done enough for this community. Where we are today, we can see how it is flowed. This thing was flowed by him. The road were tied by him. This place is tied with coltar. You can see it. Munsa mu feeling the muke buki. Ba sai mun je mun hana wani guri ba. Mutanen Mabushi akwai wa'yansu yan siraru a nan garin suna nan suna magana a yi APC ko SDP. Ina zuwa za mu sa wando kafa ɗaya da su, mun riga mun sa searchlight a kansu. Duk gidan da mutum yake, in mun nemi alfarma gare ka, ka zo ka taya mu yaki, ka ce ba za ka yi ba, bayan yakin mu ma za mu yake ka a garin. Ko kai waye ne? We will not tolerate it. Akwai yan sirru wanda suke ce ADC
Sakani da Allah mu faɗi ma kanmu gaskiya. Local government ne wanda yake hulɗa da sarakuna da kankananan mutane. Yau an ce mu kawo TV ne chairman, ku kawo Inyabiri mataimakin chairman, kansila ma Inyabiri ne. Dan Allah ko Inyabarin da suke nan garin suna tausaya mana, suna so su yi tare da mu. Amma duk wanda ya yi munafurci ranar zabe muna da yaran da suna kallon kowa. In ka je ka yi zabe ADC ba za ka kwana a garin nan ba. In ka kwana a garin nan ba za mu kwana a garin nan ba. So maganan da zan gaya ma kowa kenan. In kai dan ADC ne ko SDP ka shirya kanka kana zabe ka je ka nan da kayanka ka nemi hanyar garinka. Yadda Allah mun gode.
Thank you.
And then people come and ask the question, why be say anything that gets to do with APC and election, they always come with a bit of violence and threat and all of that? Why they always do like that? Okay, so let's get straight to Peter Obi. Oh, before Peter Obi, I think I told you a story how a Zamfara lawmaker give very impressive constituency gifts to his constituents, and the constituents are very excited that you do well for us. So this one when you look us finish now, this one wonderful constituency gifts. Now you make a look at that go see the constituency gift shoulder. That's the constituency gift he gives to them. Yeah. So Abubakar Mohammed Tahiri, the councillor representing Mayana Ward in Gusau, Zamfara State, provided bags of charcoal and charcoal pressing irons to residents of the ward as his own gift to them, as empowerment. So pressing iron and charcoal. But people say it's a laudable development. So why actually make the man feel bad that what he's doing is not good? A very laudable development, a welcome development. Has he done anything bad? I mean, one bag of charcoal and one pressing iron. After all, a councillor in be waiting if he said the senators and said they even do. Why senators can even do this one? So I mean, he hasn't done anything bad. So why do I wait till he do? Why he like that? So let's move straight to other issues very quickly. Where do I start from now? So Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, has claimed that the United States President Donald Trump labeled Nigeria a disgraced country because Tinubu, a certificate forger, occupies the presidency. He didn't say Tinubu, just so you know. That's so news people they use rights. Now, speaking at his official declaration at the AD's presidential ticket in Akwa Ibom on Saturday, Mr. Obi launched a sharp critique on the nation's leadership, linking the alleged remark by President Trump to long-standing controversies surrounding certificate authenticity of President Bola Tinubu. Mr. Tinubu, Mr. Obi referenced Indonesia stringent laws on certificate forgery, where such offenses carry severe penalties, including lengthy prison terms. But then for Nigeria, anyhow thing. So he contrasted this with Nigeria, asserting that the country's judiciary had failed to uphold similar standard. Now, he said somebody forged certificate or does not have certificate. What country? Mr. Obi said. And that's why the American president said that disgraced country called Nigeria. So the reason we make Nigeria then call them disgraced country, and that reason, but that's not all. Let's also go straight to what Peter Obi had said about President Bola Tinubu and the light. So he said that he has slammed Bola Tinubu over what he described as the gross neglect of Nigeria's national electricity grid, accusing him of abandoning the system in favor of solar power of the presidents. So if you recall, President Bola Tinubu had promised that if you don't give us power, we could not vote for him for second term. And that my promise will be say we don't make. So how come it be say you make this promise finish now? When you don't reach time, when you be say you give people the promise, you're nowhere to be found. That now question will be say people they talk. And then instead of you to work towards fulfilling that promise, you're rather looking for ways to ease yourself off the national grid, the promise you ensured that you'd keep. You're not easing yourself off it by removing yourself from the national grid and using Nigerian taxpayers' money to put yourself on solar. So when you will be a solar promote yourself for solar, then what do you want the rest of Nigerians who don't afford solar to do? Meanwhile, our money you use put yourself for solar. So what do you want me the rest of us do? That's exactly the question that is being asked here. And this one don't raise a lot of controversies. Other people don't even tell Tinubu, say, oh, so this 17 billion, 10 billion before, 7 billion before, where you don't put inside what they call them solar for yourself. Maybe say now to your tent, oh Israel, now be make everybody just mind their business, begin handle their power the way they want to handle them, concern you a bit. Because why would you invest so much in power for your own self and also knowing that the promise you make to Nigerians never fulfill them, but it no matter to you. But let's take a listen to what Peter Obi had to say. Peter Obi, take a listen to him.
The only thing that is wrong with Nigeria is that we are thieves. People who have never created wealth, who have never managed wealth, to manage our resources. And I'm begging you people, it is time for us to sacrifice, to hire the right people who can manage our resources. We are not a poor country. We are poorly governed. You cannot hire a thief to look after your wealth and think anything can happen.
Hey.
No, you will steal it because his job is stealing. And that we must deal with it. We must deal with it. You saw people now arguing about transmitting transmitting results. How many Nigerians are registered for voting? How many Nigerians? Total number of people that are registered for Nigeria. Registered voters in Nigeria is less than 95 million people. How many political parties do we have? They are less than 40. Yet, we find it difficult to conduct simple election. Simple election. We're not asking for anything. We have a country, India, that have 980 million registered voters. Over 1 million polling booths. Over 2,000 political parties. And they conduct election, and the result is conducted and finished within 3-4 days, all correct. Because those who say they are democratic are democratic. They are going there to serve, and they will follow the process. When I went to Indonesia, I went to their so-called election place, and I asked the chairman, what is the qualification to be president? And he told me. And I said, suppose somebody comes and his qualification is forged. Say, what do I mean? You'll be there. Here, they will tell you it is not it's before election. Pre-election. Somebody forged the certificate, or he doesn't have certificate. What a country! What a country! And that's where we're going. That's why the American president said, non-disgraced country called Nigeria. And all of us are feeling bad when 60% of your youth in their productive age don't know where the next meal will come from. Yet, you have over 60% of your land all cultivated. You cannot support the farmers. You cannot support those who want to manufacture. You cannot support this thing. Now I'm sure of you must have read it in the past few days. Though somebody who said, if I don't give you power, don't vote for me for second tenure, have just said
that by March they are switching to solar in the Asoro, which means it won't even be on the grid again to know whether you have a life or not. And everybody is keeping quiet. And everybody is keeping quiet. Nigeria can make more money from agriculture, everybody knows today, than we make from oil. Can make far more money. Just cross river here. Cross river can make enough money to power several states. Cross river is a land of between 20 to 23,000 square kilometers of land. Fertile land that can be used. Cross river is bigger than Israel. Israel is 22,000 square kilometers. Check it. So Cross River alone is bigger than Israel. And Israel has more population than Cross River State. Yet Israel exports food. Nigeria cannot export food.
All right. All right, so that's a bit of what Peter Obi had to say. And this particular thing we talk, don't carry a lot of controversy. Nigerians don't they react. Nigerians don't they troll and say, Peter Obi, excuse me, who will be the certificate forgers again? Oh, we'll let them talk this. Meanwhile, news on Karam say Nigeria has emerged as the country with the lowest quality of life globally in 2026. Media Quality of Life Index released by Numbeo, placing it below Bangladesh and 87 other countries surveyed. So the index evaluates purchasing power, safety, healthcare, cost of living, traffic, pollution, some of these things. And this has positioned Nigeria at the bottom of the table, reinforcing concerns about worsening living conditions. But hey, our inflation just do very well because it don't also it don't go down more at 15.10%. So people are saying, how can inflation be going down and countries where this inflation not even did this down, they get better living than us? What is going on? What in the Tinubunomics is this? That's what some people are saying. Now the ranking comes amid mounting economic hardship under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with many Nigerians grappling with inflation, insecurity, and declining purchasing power. So the yardstick for measurements. Now, as I tell you before, purchasing power, safety. Do we have it? What is the purchasing power of the average Nigerian? How much you they make versus how much you get? How much be the dispensable cash where you get to hand? And how much the things and where you need the cost for markets, right? And then healthcare. How many of us we access healthcare for this country? Cost of living income, traffic income, and pollution. All of this now what's in the is, and Nigerians, this will not raise a lot of controversy. Nigerians phone lines are open. Let's have you join the conversation very quickly. 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. 0817-029-4077. Or you click on the link that is by the pinned post. That link will bring you straight into the studio to join us here for Inside the Studio. Make a good take on our calls one by fellow. Good evening. Good evening, sir. T.Y. Danjuma, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Precious. How you doing?
Fine, thank you, sir. What's when I give Peter Obi to chop when making just the give Basbos recently? I don't understand. We don't understand this new version of Peter Obi. He used to be the calm, gentle, let's peace reign man. What's going on with these Basbos he's throwing up and down?
Nothing spoiled. He's being his usual self.
If you dey like this year, what's it go be? If you don't they throw these jabs now already now, what's it go do mid-year or midway?
What thing the man go do if he talk? Listen, the man go enter LP. They say hi, go enter LP. You know, get structure. You know, get this thing. You know, get representative. That's why he fail. People they call her names. They do all kinds of things. Now you go join coalition. We get structure. We get the capability of having all those things where they say in LP. They say I don't go join people with thief. Which one? It be like obese kete kete music.
Baba carry him pikin put for kete the yabam. He put kete and say, look at this man. Kete is going, you they walk out for ground. So what thing you go do for this world where people no go talk? Maybe it's just helping you people to sell your market now. Because if you talk, a lot of newspapers go sell, a lot of platforms, social media go there go. So anything where the man do, when I go say, if you keep quiet, they say, they talk. They go join them for protest. They join protest, and people say, why go there? Why, what? So it's difficult when you are dealing with Nigerians. If you no do, they say you do. You do, they say you no do. It's difficult. But then leave Obi alone. Make it they do him thing the way, all this one where they talk, concern, and the man just get the way they do himself. So make they leave him alone. There are other people to talk about. The El-Rufai day there who that is everywhere in the media. Atiku day there. Kwankwaso day there where an American the battle now. So make they leave Tinubu day there, he go soon go. Thank God say Mama go follow and go so that as an insurance, so that go do acrobatics when he go UK. So they know they talk about all those things. He just go the other day, go at Gungu, go follow them there, go dance and go see. But if you go the places where they keep people. But VP, if you go Kwara, if you go the place where they keep people. So they know they talk about all those ones. So what kind of country? Look at the statistics where you don't give now. Say Nigeria, they are at the bottom. So places like Afghanistan, Libya, South Sudan, all of them, they are ahead of us. Nigeria, my own country, Nigeria, they bottom. They bottom. Only your media, now go talk that, you no go hear them for any government media. You no go hear them from the Nation, TVC, NTA. You no go hear them from all those places. But you go hear say, Trump praise our first lady. But the thing where Trump talk before that one or after about Nigeria, no, they no go talk that one. So that's the country where we did. And he's not taking us anywhere because they go look us, they laugh us. We were there here sometimes when we confront our mates here, we cover our face with shame because of the things people they tell us. How can you be so rich? How can you be so intelligent? How can you have all these people in the diaspora? And yet your people see they go past Sahara Desert, go enter balloon to cross over to Europe. What will we talk? So it's very shameful, but we can leave that one. That's not just preamble, Precious, because every time we will again, I dey pray the day where we will begin, when you go just come, all the news where you go read na good news about Nigeria. I just dey pray for that day, make it come. Say things don't they improve, and all kinds of things.
My mouth they pay me to report bad things. I don't tire.
Yeah, not be every day would they hear all these kind of things. I don't know again. I know people don't fast, they don't pray. You go church, the thing way they hear from church, not be the same, you go mosque. Now the same thing you hear entirely, you go to surprise self, say, which kind of nonsense now be this one? So we don't tire. No way. The judiciary was supposed to help us. Now wash. Judiciary is the worst because all these things whether they do, whether mosque, whether church, or whether politicians, or whether legislators. If the judiciary will get the kind of judiciary we will get the kind of shores, putas, and so on and so forth. This nonsense will be happen now. This nonsense, these people will be turning in their grave. Oputa will not be there, Kayode Show will not be there, and they're going to interpret and as a different thing, where the English is very clear. And we are all losing. That is the truth. But let me quickly go to this issue of El-Rufai, because it's disturbing to me some of the things when you don't talk. Some people are just saying, oh, El-Rufai is in ADC, they harass him, they intimidate him, Well, I think, while I don't agree with what happened to him, what reportedly said happened at the airport when he was coming, I don't agree with the government position. I think that there should be rule of law. There should be best practices. A man wouldn't tell you, say, I did ask out of the country. I'm going to come in so and so time. When I come back, I'll come and see you. You don't have to go and wait for him in the airport with 50 people. According to El-Rufai, even though I don't believe that man because they talk from both sides of his mouth, that according to him, you have about 50 armed people for airport. Are they going for war to capture one small, tiny man? Is it war? He has not said he's not going to come. And the proper thing is to, invite him to say, okay, we just wanted to remind you, we need you in our office so and so time. And the man could go. Look at the appearance now, don't go court. I bet you, if not somebody from any other part of the country, then this court when he go, this thing when he go, they're not going to let him, they won't let him go. They'll go bundle him immediately. You see, but some animals are more equal than the others. That's what's happening. The law, they exist differently. They apply differently to different kinds of people. Some people are untouchables. Some people, you can touch them, lock them up, do anything, beat them, lie against them, take them to Sokoto and imprison them. Nothing will happen. And then some will go free. Look at what Mike has just said. Look at what Mike just said now. What Mike said, that openly he will rig the election. That one, is it not enough for somebody to go and pick him up and say, come and explain yourself? Even if they not arrest him, somebody, where law they work, somebody is saying, I will make sure if you are not voting for Tinubu, I will obstruct you. Is that expressing his freedom of speech? That's not it. Or you are waiting until when he does it.
He go block anybody when he go support Tinubu from winning.
That is rigging.
Meaning that it is not the people and his
vote that will count
about it.
It is him that will determine it.
And INEC chairman is hearing this. So I'm sorry. I feel like the respect people say the respect of Amokwito and all that. I feel very pained that he's such a respectable man, and some of these things they happen. Gofi talk said they never calling attention to this thing, and he's not saying anything about it. How can a minister say that Ingo block anybody from winning? That's
a minister.
Will happen.
A minister.
And then you, the INEC umpire, the election empire, electoral empire, you just keep quiet.
Yes.
You go like saying a play.
Tomorrow they go say, well, he just said it. He has not done it. So you wait for him to do it before you. Oh my God. I don't know what Nigeria. And then the other one where you play, they say they should not vote for Kafiri. Kafiri is a local government councillor. Is he the chairman? They should not vote. They should vote for. Who are you telling? You are telling the Muslims to vote for a Muslim. What of the Christians where they Abuja there for that this thing? They should also vote for somebody where they should vote for your own man. You see, when you bring there are so many things where shouldn't be said that we say, and the law doesn't do anything. The reason why Mike is saying this thing because he did the one he did in Port Harcourt. Nobody did. They rewarded him. Nobody did anything to him. So how can this country work? Now, if somebody they do bad thing, they go tell and say, I beg, well, this thing where you do to make you come back is not good. But you reward them. You reward the INEC chairman, give an ambassadorial this thing. You reward Panikari. You reward Reno, we go disgrace Nigeria, carry you person come, say make you tell lies. Or you person come there, tell and say I won't tell lies. Just be like the story where they say two people there for church, pastor they preach, say turn around, look at your neighbor, and tell the person that you're beautiful and wonderfully made. Now in the man that I think whether or not they say look the guy where they by inside. Say, Pastor, I'm in the house of God. I can't tell you. This thing where they say here is not beautiful and wonderfully made. You know the story. I know I mentioned the person where they say sit down near Obasanjo. Obasanjo they talk. The person where they massage a woman for airport for plane, private plane. Anyway, but let me go to my story. Let me go to the real story where I want. El-Rufai had accused the National Security Advisor. Say, one, in the altercation between two of them, say Naim be the person with behind his arrest, and that he was working for ICPC, okay, and they're using DSS to come and arrest him. Now, how did he get to know? Said he eavesdropped on the phone of the National Security Advisor. And that's where he got the information. And so I'm wondering, a National Security Advisor has his phone not encrypted. When you hold that kind of office, where sensitive information pass through your phone and you discuss with, high network people, government officials, classified documents, your phone is just open where anybody who has the access, and it's possible. I mean, you don't need technology now. It's easy for you to bug and to listen to anybody's phone. You mean your phone is not encrypted? You mean you don't have anti-bugging facility in your phone? You mean you don't understand the principles of sweeping, sweeping your phone, or making sure that there are no box, there are no listening device on your phone? The national security advisor. Just imagine, this is just what, how many kind of information where other people, non-state agents they get, and many of them like that, where they occupy such sensitive office, where know that in your discussion, there are certain things, you should not discuss on the phone, even in the house, even in the conference place, that you need to sweep, for some sensitive discussions. And I'm wondering, is the president's phone also so open and accessible so that people can listen to whatever is being done?
Yeah, while I understand that that's a serious national risk, you understand, a serious security risk for the nation, but is it also fair that he has accused the president or the NSC of blocking most of the opposition phones without their consent or without a court order?
You see, those are the contradictions.
Do you understand?
Two wrongs don't make a right. For
No,
me,
because
I think
their
that
privacy. I mean, if I be opposition now and I be married to man, God forbid, we they do away match. They don't get that evidence now to use me tomorrow. Tomorrow now they go to talk and say, not be this one where they sleep around. You understand? And I'll
no,
be
but
wondering where they got it from, not knowing that they got it from my private conversation.
no, it happened.
Infringement. That if you intrude on my privacy.
No, it happens. It happens anywhere in every country. I mean, it's easy for government to track your phone, track your conversation. Using some of these network providers that we have, they can do that, or using bugging equipment if you don't want to go through them. Then it happen. Even here in America, there are people's phone that are bugged. They listen in. The only thing that if you're an American citizen, that is not supposed to be done unless the court permits it, and there's the reason
He's
for
a
them to do
Nigerian
that.
citizen. We're saying the same thing. He's a
Yeah,
Nigerian citizen.
yeah,
He
but
deserves that privacy. If they do personal deal where you no go one make person know about that, they know. And for this to be done across the oppositions,
it's an invasion, it's an erosion of privacy. But even then, El-Rufai should be taken. I'm glad that they took him to court for that, because you can't do that kind of a thing. You can't do that for a non-state actor to be doing that kind of, and you confess it openly, publicly, that this is what you did. I think the man, I don't know who the advisor was. I think he didn't do well at all. The action, first of all, is wrong, and to even come openly to confess it, it means you don't even have regard for the laws of this country. Openly to say that is a shame. The second thing, that the National Security Advisor's car, some time ago, will be stolen. Your car, National Security Advisor, you go park your car, they go steal it. How about? I wonder which car.
Car was stolen. It was a car assigned to the office of the National Security Advisor.
Yes, that's his car.
So it
That's his
wasn't
office.
his personal car.
No, if it's assigned to his office, that is a sensitive office. The car must have certain high-level protection. It's his car. Whether it's his personal car, that's the official car. That can't happen. We don't take things seriously in Nigeria. You don't take things seriously. It's a shame. And even if it happens, you can track it instantly. Yeah, I'm tired of Nigeria. And then the other accusation that he was sponsoring non-state actors and arming them, as we saw in Kwara and so on. That's not his business. That's not his office. National Security Advisor has absolutely no business. You are an advisor. You have absolutely no business to do that kind of a thing. In fact, National Security Advisor is not supposed to be political. That office is not one that should be taken, assumed by someone who's political.
So what they practice for Nigeria, not be even democracy, sir. It just be like something would resemble like saying a democracy, but not be democracy. Just like you have stated. So imagine the calm since Ibisi this thing happened. Say since that time when we see the Miyetti Allah members, and it wasn't so long after then we saw other executives of Miyetti Allah where they hold, where plead, say we agreed to terrorism, to association with bandits and terrorists and kidnappings. So you can imagine, and at this now, the people will be saying you give a national security advisor and AK-47 to as you do vigilante. Why would you give rifle to an
yes
group?
Who approved it? Where was it discussed? There's so much.
You see, for what I think, the fight between Nuhu Ribadu and El-Rufai, it's they've been at loggerheads for a while.
No, they are brothers. They are in a Fulani. They are brothers. They used to be in the same party. That will not concern me.
Them than exactly.
That will not concern me. They know what they are struggling for.
This issue of thallium sulfates, man, actually is serious conversation.
Hold on, I want to go there. That's the last. That's the last one.
Prisoners where we get now. That one.
That is the last one. That's the last one I want to talk about. 10 kilograms of thallium sulfate. You know what it is? It is odorless. It is tasteless, colorless. Yes, compound, chemical compound, poisonous, very highly toxic, that you can take and put inside somebody's drink or water or food. People could eat them, they could die. We see that kind of a thing happening in Russia. If it is true, because I'm wondering how can that be true?
But
if it is true.
But I'm sorry, most of us don't believe Nigerian government anymore. They deny things.
Yes, if it is true that was the important. The question is, what do you want to do with it? Because that will be a very dangerous trend that you are now introducing to the politics. Because you could just look at your opposition, target him. If you put it in your hand, wear gloves, put a rubber for your hand, take and touch somebody, that person, you go bite, because the skin go absorb him, and he's dead. Not to talk about putting it in, because highly soluble person, so you can easily eliminate your political opponent. That is a very, very dangerous trend that they are introducing to Nigerian politics.
And guess what?
If it is true,
most times, the cause of death they trace to Ram if you even do an autopsy. So you won't even be convinced that was okay.
Yes, it will be difficult. You won't find it. That's biological warfare.
Yes,
that's biological warfare, and it's against international convention. For anybody, in fact, America here, they banned that the use of that since 1974. Only government can use it, and it has to be approved. It has to be for a specific purpose. Most countries is banned. So how is it be safe for Nigeria? They no ban that kind of thing. You want to begin to make politics, that dangerous? If it is true, I'm saying if it is true, because El-Rufai too, you don't say so many false things. You don't talk, say it will be arrested sometime, before the election, the 2023. And this, meanwhile, people can begin play video. When he's on the same subject, he's saying a DSS now arrested. So I don't take El-Rufai. If he has a case to answer, let him go and answer. Ribadu, if they are struggling for who is going to become president in 2031 or so on, because I know that Ribadu is being groomed. If that's their problem, maybe they go sort out. Nobody should die in their war. They're all Fulanis. They know what they do. They used to be in the same party. They know what where all of them know where they bury dead body. They know all those things. So that's not their wahala. I'm not interested in their wahala. But the point is that the way they are moving this country, the place where they move this country, they go, and who they look. I God now go save also, because
I beg, just help me on the line. I beg, make I quickly just talk to Marvelous. So sorry, sir. Marvelous, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. Good evening.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Tiwa. Yeah. So, what I need to add to your conversations is regarding the Natasha from in the National Assembly today. It's obvious, and everybody can see through it. Those people are trying to. To me, I feel there are some stuff which involve money. Which involve money. So she will not partake or want to join them to support the country's resources or anything or whatever they want to do. That's why they kicked her out. They had to do that stuff on behalf of her to make sure that she's not there. So unfortunately now she get to know about the meeting, and you could see the occasion as in fighting themselves and everything. You see, the truth of the matter is that those people, this 10th National Assembly, they are all disgraced.
Mm-hmm.
They are disgraced.
Why?
Honestly. All of them, apart from maybe selected few, those people are disgraced. And they are the most corrupt set of human beings that Nigeria has ever produced. Those people, they are not the kind of people. I just pray that in 2027, that Nigerians are able to wake up and stand on their feet and flush those people out. Flush all of them out. Those are
I agree. I agree. That's true. I agree.
They are lapdogs to the executive. We don't have 10th National Assembly. We do not have Senate. We do not have House of Reps. That's just the truth. The country is like on autopilot. Look, if you want to talk about the executive now, is there a budget? Is there a budget on that? Is there a budget? Have they presented like the 2026 budget? The country does not even have a budget. Nothing is even happening. The all of them don't do what they like. If the country is really working, how can someone that calls himself a minister will open his mouth in the national TV saying that if you do not support this person, I will block that candidate. You won't even get close to anything. You won't even. I believe he's still thinking that Abuja is River State. That guy, I don't know, because I don't know what is really wrong with him. Because if he is in the same country, that word alone, he has warranted an investigation. You will be suspended from your job for you even pronouncing that kind of a word from your mouth. So, because this is not joke anymore, this is not funny. That's why we keep saying Nigeria needs to stand up, stand on their feet now. The time is now, and start demanding what belongs to them and start questioning these people. Because I'm happy that Natasha, she's able to speak up. She's able to stand for her right and she's able to speak up. Because if not, for today, you see, if she didn't cry out, nobody will know what is going on. Because it was a backdoor deal they were trying to do it because they know that she will not align with them. So which means they have to kick her out for them to be able to carry out their whatever they're about to do. So those people should be ashamed of themselves, honestly speaking. Huh? Okay, look at the so-called executive that called himself. Everybody knows that guy allegedly didn't win the election or whatever. So they're just trying to. Someone will say Supreme Court president or whatever. So everybody knows that already. You could see. I even read on the news today that his chief of staff went to Alesoti to go speak to Alesoti to convince Obi to step down, to step aside for him. I was even ready that the stuff was on the news all through this thing when I was looked at them this morning. Is that not a disgrace? And the reply for what that Obi will never give up his presidency. I think it was clear. He said it clear to him. So the truth of the matter is that these people, if the man knows what he should just resign. Honestly speaking, he should just do the honorable thing, because everybody knows that. The most of the country knows that this guy didn't win. They didn't win this election. They did not win the 2023 election. They should just do the honorable thing. At least he has forced himself on the people for 4 years now. At least that day should just go and tell himself, okay, I'm stepping down. I'm not going forward again. At least that's the only thing he can even do for the country. Maybe the people will even say, thank you very much. You've done well for this. He should just back his things and just go. Because they wrecked that country to the extent the country has become a laughing stock. Like one of my friends, I was speaking to one of my friends this afternoon. This morning. He was even telling me, he said, there's a place I went. I was ashamed to tell them that I came from Nigeria.
Oh yeah, sorry, come on, be good. Sorry.
That's how bad it has become. He said, I was ashamed. He said, I was ashamed to tell them. I saw that they were just talking. He said, when they asked me where I came from, I told them I'm from South Africa.
Okay, good.
He was not claiming South Africa instead of Nigeria. That's to tell you how bad that the disgrace these people has brought to Nigeria. That's to tell you how bad. Honestly speaking, Nigeria needs to wake up, because even this. Okay, now the National Assembly, the National Security Advisor, even for that accusation alone, supposed to have been a serious investigation. If they have to even suspend it, they will just suspend it straight away. Investigation will kick in to see if this substance that came into the country, if it is true, because that substance is not what you joke with. You don't joke with it.
Sorry, calm down. Who got suspend them? The same president will hear I'm saying I'm be the best. Who wants to suspend them?
So that's what I'm saying. You know, okay, even the best, even the so-called best, we all know, we know that. Then maybe there's a nyash. This one will say, if you talk, I open your nyash. If you talk this one, I open your nyash. Because they know their selves. All of them know their selves. Even the Aero, like I said yesterday, I said, Aero has a lot of things to tell Nigerians. He has a lot of things to tell Nigerians. A lot of secret is still going to come out. We are getting close to 2027. You will see a lot of secrets that will come out. I think you can see Peter Obi now. You can see the new version of Peter Obi now. Because I believe they are exposing him to some things now, which because this is some information that they go around. Information is already circulating. Nigerians will hear a lot of things. But is Nigeria able to do, the Nigerians, are they able to work with those information? That is the question now. The question marks to Nigeria.
All right.
Because a lot of things will come out. A lot of information will come out against these people. Because they've started exposing themselves. Huh?
All right, thank you so much, Marvelous. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Tiwa, make I let you round up. Make you retire.
Yeah, Marvelous made some very, very good points. You know, the way the country is going, and we are not even talking about Americans coming in and bringing in. If you just see how the thing they graduate, see how it started. First from country of particular concern, you know, tariffs, and then it went on and on, you know, the strike, okay, and then from there it went on this quote unquote cooperation, and now they are here, and now the 200. The next stage, let us see what's going to happen, because this is just a gradual surrender of our entire sovereignty, even though we don't submit them to Chinese, to Americans, to France, you know, just like Professor Adenkalu said, that America is in charge of security, France is in charge of taxes, UAE is in charge of waiting to talk, you know, China is in charge of mineral, you know, rare earth minerals, and so on and so forth.
But
And
they
then,
won the election now. No vex, make I quickly talk to someone. But they don't win the election like this finish. Good evening and welcome. Hello.
Good evening, precious.
Is it Omoye?
Yes.
You're welcome, Omoye. Yeah, I got that voice. I heard it. Welcome.
Yeah. I was trying to join the studio, but it keeps kicking me out. So I don't know,
sorry.
what's it called, the streaming thing.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much for the show. So there's a few things I'm going to say, and I'll jump right. I don't know. For me personally, I think that, first of all, what Erufai said was quite revealing, right? About, you know.
And guess what? And guess what? He may have more.
Exactly. Right. Well, he's probably going to spill some more, but here's the big thing. We're forgetting, some of us are forgetting that in a roundabout way, I think that shows you that the Fulanis have a hold on the security architecture in Nigeria. I wasn't shocked, even though it was revealing, because, I mean, isn't it obvious? Remember the Brigadier General that was unalived, right? When he was sending messages to his fellow soldiers to let them know where he was.
Yes.
How did they find that information? How did they get that information? How did they have access to it? Right? And these terrorists were able to take down the whole Brigadier General in a country. If now another country that kind of thing happened, the whole country will be shut down. Just like that. I'm not shocked. Is it revealing? Yes. But I think that Nigeria should pay attention more, because that means that this security architecture, the information, the communication, the whatever is going on, even with regards to the terrorism, it comes directly to a few people in that country that we are not privy to. We are just now finding out, it's just now being made open to the public that this man, look at how casually he said it. There was no restraint, there was no fear, there was no, he said it like they're not going to do anything, but did they do anything to him? They did not. He went to EFCC office on invitation. He left the same way he came.
I was going to say that. Meanwhile, other people are not lucky to go in and come out like him.
No. If it was someone from, especially from the south, east, you think they can just walk up like that? It's not going to happen. So let's be saying it, because this is the moment of truth that we are currently living through. Let everybody know that the security architecture in Nigeria is in the hands of a select few. That's why they have the audacity that they have. That's why they can come out and put out their victims, so that you all can see that they are the ones in charge. You know, that's aside. Now, for Wike coming, the Wike statement that he made, threatening that anybody that does not vote for whatever Tinubu, that he's not going to allow him win the chairmanship, the AMAC chairmanship. Let me just tell Nigerians something. It's not up to Wike. The people living in Abuja need to let Wike know that Abuja is not Port Harcourt. If they rate time for some quarters for River State, that not mean say he will come Abuja, come to what he want to. It's up to the Abuja people. If they won't put their hand to watch, honestly, it's up to the Nigerian people. It's not even about your position.
No, I do not agree with you. I'm sorry to say. You know why I don't agree with you? I don't agree with you because if we are truly running a democracy and we have a government that is responsible, it is their duty to gain the trust of the people, to make people understand that they are leading us at the right path. And it is their duty, one, to reprimand the person who has made that statement immediately. If possible, sack and say, no, this statement is undemocratic. It could paint us in a bad light. We don't like them. Don't talk that kind of thing again. Made a note thing, say, will they do bad thing for here? That's wrong. And not just Wike, their member too, a member of APC, you saw the inciting statements he made. They should immediately even disqualify the candidate that he's supporting and reject it, that's not from them. Then secondly, if the electoral body, which one they call them, INEC, not truly an independent body, Wike should not, in fact, any candidate from APC should even be disqualified. Or any candidate that is not from APC that is openly supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be disqualified. You know what? It is very dangerous and injurious to whatever you call democracy that you're practicing if we let this fly. But you know what? The opposition, they're weak. They're not even catching out on it. They're not even, the opposition just look and say, like, we don't see too much of this, so not be problem to us. This now the kind of things we be say the opposition for don't sponsor media. They for don't carry this matter tire for media. But guess what? Most of the media platforms, they under the payroll of most of these people. Them they don't retainership for most of them, especially the political party in power. So even when you tell media to do anything, they will just maybe report them very mildly, the way you know good day, effective again. So that's the problem. So no, let's not exonerate, let's not put the blame on the people alone. These people are conquered. The Nigerian people are conquered. What do you want me to do?
I understand that too.
Yeah.
They're precious. Everything when you talk, I agree with you. But are we in a democracy? Precious.
Now the question we could ask me that now. And the $1 million question we know all of us don't get answers to.
Exactly. We have to talk. We are not in a democracy. You are jungle justice. Let it happen for Nigeria. You are in a khaki. We cannot go speak the English with a big basket today.
Kakistocrats.
You know the words. I know what I'm
talking about. Kakistocracy.
Yeah. You understand? These people do not care. We're not in a democracy. We're not. If we were in a democracy, you will not have your government, your state government decamping to the party in power because they they are banking on the rigging machine. You will not see that happening. You will not see your National Assembly members decamping to the APC to the extent that you now have more than 2/3 majority in the National Assembly. It will not happen. So we're not practicing a democracy. Are the people beaten down? Absolutely, 100%. Right? I could even go further, but I'm going to restrain myself for now. But the point is, we are all we've got. Okay, as this thing they happen now with the insecurity where they this country and everything, maybe people will just fold hand like lamb and wait for slaughter. This is where I'm coming from. I'm not saying that the people, I have a lot of pity and I sympathetic to the people. In fact, even the fact that they were able to show up at the National Assembly for this electoral reform was a huge applause for me. It got a lot of applause for me because I was like, wow, I'm very happy that it seems like Nigerians are beginning to wake up. You know? So that's why this man can say whatever he wants to say and get away with it. Because the reason why I say the people, because even if people make a lot of noise, for instance, in Abuja, for it, even it doesn't even that it could be a handful of people. It will gain some type of leverage. People will begin to push it, and then you have content creators who understand the cause, would also, put it out there. Since we cannot rely on our legacy media, we can't rely on any one of them because they're not going to speak to it, And the other thing is, I really like the posturing of Peter Obi because when I had the opportunity to ask him, that was a question I asked him, like, Mr. Peter Obi, we believe, I kind of have faith in your capacity, but your posturing matters. What are you going to do with your posturing? Because we're dealing with literal demons. I'm sorry, Precious, I'm really sorry. But we're dealing with demons. You cannot be dealing with demons and be doing gentle. They do not answer to gentle. You have to come with you have to carry yourself in such a way that they would have some element of fear and uncertainty about you, which I like, and I'm seeing it coming from Peter Obi because you talk, you buy, you don't talk, you go buy. If Peter Obi move one leg, they will talk about that. He move the other leg, they will talk about that. Even waiting, even consign them, they will find way to drag them inside. Even not something that he has no clue about, they will still find a way to rope him in. So for me, I'm happy. I'm glad. I want to see more of that happening, right? So it really is. There's so much going on in Nigeria. You can't even keep up. You cannot keep up with every single thing. It's almost overwhelming sometimes. We have to keep talking. We have to keep pushing the information out there so that hopefully we have the critical mass of people that will wake up and take it upon their own hands with the leaders of the opposition in front. I like what I saw during the National Assembly when they were protesting. I like what I saw. Most of them came out. But they need to do more of that, and they need to take on, just like you were saying, some of these issues and drive it home. Take it to the legacy media themselves and go and talk about it. Even if the journalists ask some questions that are not even relevant, but let them put it out there, front and center. I can tell you for free, APC people are afraid. Who is the only person? They are afraid of Peter Obi. They are looking for ways to push that man out. I heard you say that this man went to visit Governor Oti, and they're trying to see Bajabi Amila. They're trying to get him to talk Peter Obi out of it. There's no way it will work. If Peter Obi is not on that ballot, forget it. Nigeria now one chance. We don't want Nigeria to sink below where it is right now. That's why we keep talking and pushing. So Precious, I will leave out for now, but I just make I talk that one. But we pay attention. These people know what they are doing. Now, this side eye say they look fine, and the side eye they look human. All of them know what they do. How many of us for another part of the country will talk or do what they do so? We know we know if we do that kind of one. They don't go allow us. Not they are investing they carry go Sokoto. How many of us rise up say they carry our people go Sokoto for what? How many of their people they serve for prison? Anyway, make I leave the matter for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for you. All right, make I let you do the validation now.
Okay. I just want to advise Nigerians. There are two movements now that coming up in Nigeria: city boy movement and village boy movement. So I want to advise you: go and see how you can register with village boys movement. And let us see how we salvage Nigeria if it is salvageable. Thank you.
So city boy movement versus village boy. You where you dey now? Which one you dey? Eh? You don't mute yourself, Joe. You don't mute Joe. Because you look like a city boy. That's what I'm asking you. You see, you muted yourself. Your village people not say you not follow them. Now you make them say they not let your this thing work. Isn't that na city boy you not be village
No,
boy.
they play, they joke. I be real village boy, yo. I'm a village boy from Niger. So I did village boys movement. I know the city boys movement. I don't tire for city. City not in the city again. I don't go back to village. No, I did city before, but now I don't village boys movement now I did. Now village. After village, we need to develop it. That's what we need. Grassroots mobilization and development. Nigerians may not go village. Let's start from the village because city they don't spoil out. The politicians don't run the village. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, sir. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, sir. All right, Nigerians, that's the size of our package this evening. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. Yes, we're not able to analyze all the stories. It's practically impossible because there are too many. But I mean, from the headlines, you already know what the stories are. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Protect your mental health because wahala needed to the finish like that. So he who worries about Nigerian problem and runs away, he lives to worry another day. Good night and God bless you. Take care of yourself. Bye.